Okay, so you have to produce output like this: more M capital and ORE small, and S capital, A capital. After S there is a dot, after A there is a dot. So this is a assignment for you. Okay, you have to go and complete this assignment using string class methods. Using string class methods, you can complete this assignment. Okay. If anybody having doubt, then ask me about the assignment. Okay. See, you can input first name in capital case, small case, middle name in any case, and last name also in any case. You must produce output like this: more M capital, ORE small, then S capital, S of Sachin, then Ajay A. All names should take in only one string. Yes, yes. This is a one string. This is a one string. Okay. Now second assignment. Write a program to check whether how to shift last name as one. Actually here last name is a one variable, middle name is a second variable, first name is a third variable. Instead of chat, you can talk with me because participants are only 3.
Hello, sir.
Yes. We are
There are
inputting.
3 different variables.
Yes, yes. The inputs are 3 variables. Okay.
In 3 different strings, we need to store Sachin, Ajay, and More.
Yes. Right. Sachin, Ajay, and More. And you have to produce this type of the string, and this is only one string. Huh? This should be the single string. So I say now here, I can say name. Name is equals to. Okay. So second assignment is write a program to check whether given name is palindrome. Palindrome means what here? Original and its reverse must be same. So examples are Nitin. Nitin is palindrome. Anna is palindrome. Okay. So these are the palindromes. So if you are writing from reverse, okay. So if you are writing in reverse, then it will be the same. This is second assignment using string. Now third assignment, what it should be now. Okay, so write a program to authenticate or to validate input email ID. Input email ID. Whether it is a valid or not, you have to produce the answer. Yes, you have to input the email ID and you have to produce the answer. So what is the logical part here?
At the rate sign. .com. At the rate sign, we need to identify in the string.
Okay. And
after that dot, after that domain name, then dot, and we have to compare .com,
Okay.
edu, like that.
Yes, miss, here we can use partial authentication. Okay, we can use whether ampersand is available. Hmm? If ampersand available, then it must be ends with a .com, .co, .in like this. Okay, .com, .co, .in. So or .org, miss possible number of what we can say extensions we can apply. Yes. Hmm? So extensions we can say .com. .com is commercial. .in means India. Then .org means organization like that. Hmm? We can compare it. So means first authentication you must check @ symbol, and second authentication you must it must be ends with a ready-made method available in string class. Hmm? So .com or .in or core
Edu.
is .edu and .org and etc. Hmm? So possible what we can say extensions. Okay, so you can list out and you can compare them. Hmm? So I would like to check your logic. How will you apply? So how will you string? How will you use a string array? How will you use different methods? Okay, so I would like to check that. Yes, anybody from batch having doubt?
No, sir. Okay, we'll try, sir.
No, sir.
Hmm. Dheeraj,
No, sir.
Dhanashri,
No, no.
Dhanashri, you must be present in class physically also.
Yes, sir.
And please please do the response as quickly. Okay. Hmm?
Yes, sir.
So okay, so around inheritance in Java. Inheritance in Java. So write down definition about the inheritance here. Definition: creating a new class by using an existing old class features is known as inheritance. It is an extension of class. In Java, inheritance can be done using following syntax. So class, and here we can say derived class name, then extends, and here base class name. Opening calabash, and here now define members for derived class name. Note: extends is a keyword used to apply base class name. There should be only one base class name is written after extends keyword. After extends keyword. So again known, all public members of base class are become public in derived class. All protected members of base class becomes or become protected in derived class. Private members cannot be inherited. Private members cannot be inherited. Tell me when you finish your writing. Dhanashri, have you finished writing?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now, some explanation for the inheritance in Java. Now listen carefully. So here I am writing the syntax of the C++ inheritance, that is a class A, and here colon is there, we are writing, and public here we are writing, and we are writing here class, suppose this is a class B, and we are writing here as a base class A, and here members of, we are going to define members of class B. Okay, so this is a C++, and this is Java. So here now in Java, we are using the syntax class B, and here we are writing extends keyword, no colon symbol used, extends, and here we are writing A, and here we are defining members of class B. Okay, so difference is what here? See, the first difference is that here visible difference, that is a colon symbol. Colon symbol in Java not available. Okay, colon symbol in Java not available. Now second difference is that here in Java extends keyword is used. In Java extends keyword is used, and after extends keyword here we are writing a base class name. We are writing base class name. This is a class A, that is a base class name. Okay, so in C++, we can write any number of base classes, that is a public, and suppose we have X, but in Java we cannot write comma X, because in Java it is not allowed. In Java we can write only one base class name. after extends keyword. After extends keyword, only one base class name here we can write. Okay, so this is the main difference. Now third difference is that here in C++ we have used in C++ we are using, okay, public keyword or private keyword or protected keyword, okay, before base class name. Before base class name. So what is this? This is a visibility mode. Visibility mode. Okay, so visibility mode, there are three visibility modes here we can write: public, or we can write private, or we can write protected, like here. So we can write public, second we can write private, and third we can write protected. So before public, private, protected, okay, so there is a colon symbol available, and after public, private, protected, here we are writing so base class name. Yes, what is the public, private, protected? That is the visibility mode. So visibility mode defines the base class member scope in derived class members. Okay, in derived class, that is a class A. So class A member is suppose the public member, means base class public members become the public in derived class. So base class protected member become protected in derived class. And if there is a visibility mode private, then base class public and protected member become private in derived class. And if there is a visibility mode protected, means here visibility mode is concept, but in Java there is no concept of visibility mode. No concept of visibility mode. So simply, okay, so very simple is that here in Java, okay, so base class public members means class A public members become public in derived class B, and base class protected member become protected in derived class. So means scope never changed. Scope never changed, and private member cannot be inherited. Okay, so this concept is remain as it is. Okay, it was also available in C++. We already learned in C++ private members of the base class cannot be inherited to derived class. But in Java, here this is a concept. This is same concept available. Means we can say Java inheritance is simple than that of C++. Okay, if you are perfect in C++ inheritance concept, and if you are going to learn Java, then you feel Java inheritance is simple. There is no complexity available. There is no complexity of the visibility mode here available. This is a visibility mode. So in C++, there is no complexity available in Java regarding related visibility mode. Okay, so simply you must be remember base class public members becomes public in derived class, and base class protected member become protected in derived class. Become protected in derived class, and a base class private member cannot be inherited. Base class private member cannot be inherited. So this is a concept of the inheritance. Okay, so you must be remember only two concepts here. So in Java inheritance, that is nothing but after extends keyword is used. After extends keyword, we are writing base class name. So first concept, and second concept here, after extends keyword we are writing only one base class name. Means we cannot write multiple base classes comma b. This is not available. This is not allowed in Java. Okay, so we can write only one base class name. And second concept you must be remember, all public members become public in derived class, and all protected members become protected in derived class. So this is a concept. This is the inheritance concept of the Java. Okay, getting this concept? Yes, anybody having doubt, then please ask me.
No, sir.
No. Yes, Sudhir?
No, sir.
No. Yes, Dhanashri?
No, sir.
Okay, good. So actually here what happened, here base class public members become the public in derived class, and base class protected member become the protected in derived class, and base class private member cannot be inherited. So whenever we are going to demonstrate inheritance, that time here we must have to think about the base class and also derived class. So actually base class is the old class. Base class is the old class. Right now, suppose in 2018 here I'm going to define a class, for example, so design. So design class. So I'm thinking for only design class here in 2018. Okay, but I must have a very good vision. Okay, because this design class may be inherited, and means 2020, or we can say, okay, so I can extend that design class, okay, to the new class. So I must have to define some methods, and I must have to define the programming. So according to that here, so that must be extends, in future. Okay, so means we have to think about the scope of base class members, means scope of the class members, and scope of the methods, public, private, protected, and etc, etc. So this is the concept now. Yes, simply here I'm going to write a program now. See here, so in Java, suppose here I am going to write a class number. So in class number here, suppose protected or private, sorry, not protected here, private. So int n, number is there. So here this n cannot be accessed from outside class. This number cannot be accessed from outside class. So public void set int v. So n is equals to v, and here public void show system.out.println. So here n is equals to plus n. Means this is a class number. Okay, so here I can extend this class number. Okay, so with the classes square like this here, classes square, and as per the Java syntax there is a extends keyword, and here I am writing number. So what happened? Except n, set and show become the members of the class square, because set is a public and show is a public. They become the member of the class square. So in class square, I can add my requirement here. So I can add the declarations for example SQ, and here I am going to define method cal for the calculating SQ. So here the difficulty is what here? How can I call n SQ? Means can I write n into n? So actually answer is no. Why? N is a private and it cannot be inherited to the square class. But you can use set and show method. So actually here I have to retrieve the value of n. So here I cannot, because n is a private. So how can I get it now? I can get it by defining a public method like this here, public int, and I can say get or something. Okay, and I can say return this n value, okay, to the caller. Yes. So here instead of n, I can make a call of get method here. So get empty into get. So again, one point to be note here regarding. So you never used any object dot get and object dot get. Why? Because the base class is a number, and because of that here, so get is a public method of the class number, and it becomes the member of the class square. That is why you can directly write the calling for the get method, get into get, like that here. Okay, so this is a cal, and now show method, or I can say show square method here, and I can say system.out.println. So square is equals to, I can say SQ, and closing bracket, and it's the end of the. Yeah. So in Java we can implement the inheritance like this here. Means here in future whenever I am going to define the class square, so while defining class square here, I must have to utilize the class number. In that way, and in that view, you must have to define the class number today, because you are defining the class number today, and class square will be the future part. Okay, will be the future implementation, but presently here I am defining the class number. So I must have to think about the get method, whether it is useful right now in these days or not. That depends. But I must have to define the get method inside the class number. Why? In future point of view, whenever I will define the, I will extend this class number to the class square. That time here, that get method is useful, and without get method we cannot access the value of n. So n is a private in declaration. Okay, so this is the concept of the inheritance in Java. Yes. Anybody is having doubt?
What is how to access the main method? How to calculate the square?
Yes, the main method. Main method is a
Object
part of
base
the
class should.
yes. Main method is a part of the again one of the class, or main method may be the member of the square class, because we are writing today we are writing the class square, and class number is already implemented. Okay, class number is the old, and we are writing class square today. Okay, so we are going to extend class number, and we are defining the class square members here, sq for the calculation and cal method for the calculation of the sq. And here I have utilized calling of the get method internally, because the get method become the member of the class square also.
So object of which class should be created, square or number?
Yes, I must have to create object of the square class. Why? Because number is a base class for that. Yes, and only I have to create object of the square class. So that is nothing but a implementation of the square class. Okay, so I must have to define the main method, and in main method I have to create object of the square class. Yes. So when I create object of the square class, ultimately it creates an object internally, object of the number class. Okay, because number is a base class for the square class. Yes.
Okay.
So just you must be remember in Java. So Java inheritance is very simple in programming and in access. Why? There is no any complexity of the visibility mode, public, private, protected. What happen when we define the public? What happen when we define the private as a visibility mode? As a visibility mode. The simple concept is that here base class public members become the public in derived class. A base class protected member become the protected in derived class, and base class private member cannot be inherited. The simple concept is this. Okay, so how can I implement now class square? So I can here I can define. So in the same class or in another class I can write the suppose I'm writing in same class here. So here I'm writing the main method now, public static void main. So here now square object here I have to create, and I have to call. Okay, so I have to set the number. I have to call set method using the object of the square. So set method, so 7, and then I have to call cal method, and then after I have to call show method. So now just here you may now think about the set here. This is the set is nothing but a method of the class number. So set is a method of the class number, and it is accessed using the object of the class square. So this is object OB, and this is object OB belongs from the class square. So OB dot set. So 7 is applied, okay, to the n using the set method. Then OB dot cal, here I am calling the cal method, which is a member of the square class here for the calculating square. And finally I am calling here show method for the displaying the number, and show square for displaying the square. Okay, so I am going to write program and executing that program. Yes. So how can I? Program to demonstrate single inheritance. So here class number, I'm going to write a class number. So private int n, public void set. So here I say v, and I'm going to apply the value of v to the n, and public void show system.out.println. Now here show. So here number is, I'm displaying the number. And public int get here. In get method returns number, value of n. So here this is a class number. Okay, so this is up to the class only, class number. Now class square here I'm going to write. So extends, I say extends and number class number, opening curly brace. So here private, or here I say int sq. So public void cal. So method is a cal. So this method, using this method here, I am going to calculate square. So I cannot write n. Why? Because n is a private in class number and it never related to the class square. But I can call get method. So why get method is public in nature and that become the member of the class square. Yes, and a member can call another member directly. And here public void show square. And here I say system.out.println. So square 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 is, and I see here sq. So class inh demo1 inheritance demo1 here suppose, and here I am going to write public static void main, or I can define main method in the same number class, square class. Okay, so don't we define main method in number class. Why? Because number is a base class for the square class, and we are going to write now. We are going to write now square class, not a number class. Number is already old class and is already implemented, is already developed a class. Okay, just imagine like that. So string yes. So yes square yes ob is equals to new square. So yes ob dot I say set. I am calling here method set yes ob dot cal. For the calculation purpose here I am calling yes ob dot show. So for displaying the number show, and yes ob dot show I can say show square square show square. So like that. So here this is a program I have to implement. I'm going to execute this program in my G creator software. As a new, I'm selecting my working directory, that is a drive D. So inh demo1. So I'm compiling. Compiled successfully and now executing. So number is 6 and square is 36. Okay, we get the output. So in this program what we have done, we have created class square object. So class square, if we concentrate on class square is having sq, cal and show square methods. Okay, so class square, now you can see here this is a class square having the method cal and show square, and this is sq is a data member. Class number is having methods get, set and show and n data member. But a class number is here we have declared as a base class for the class square using the extends keyword. In Java, extends keyword is used for the inheritance purpose. And after extends keyword, you can write only one class. You cannot write two classes. Okay, so that is why in Java multiple inheritance is not possible. Yes, so at first of all here we must have to discuss about the different types of inheritance now. Types of inheritance. So first one is a single inheritance. So please write types of inheritance, and this is a same concept from the C++. First one is a single inheritance. Now here we are writing definition of the single inheritance, creating a new class, from only one base class is known as single inheritance. So you can draw the figure for the single inheritance here. Just write down A in box. Okay, A को box करो और उसके सामने लिखो base class. So this is a down arrow. This is a down arrow. Down arrow. Down arrow. And now B. Now derived class. So this is a single inheritance. Now second is a multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance means what here? Creating a new class from existing derived base class. Creating a new class from derived base class. Existing. Okay, remove the existing. Okay, so derived base class is known as multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance. So A base class. So please write down A in box. Okay, then down arrow, and here write down B. And so it's a derived base class. Then down arrow, and here write down C. So this is a derived class.